2021 had me feeling very much uncomfortable, uncertain as to what to expect coming out of a pandemic. And the reality of it is, we are still in a pandemic. However, if you are like me, you are ready to push forward for your best year yet. Come on here, 2022. You are ready to make big things happen and be more productive than you ever have been. And with that said, I want to share with you my top 5 things that I outsource so that you can get your new year set all the way up like a boss. We're going to share the 5 things that I outsource in my home in a 2-part series. I'm going to share the things that allow me to have more time to focus on what matters most and to love on the people that are in my inner circle. So settle in, grab your notebook, and let me share some of my secrets. Hey there, friend. Welcome to the Living Well-Rounded podcast, a curated space for those of us seeking an intentional life filled with grace, passion, and purpose. I'm your hostess, Jamira, wife, mama, life and biz coach, educator, dessert fanatic, and on the ultimate mission to get you closer to your idea of what it means to live well-rounded. Right here's where you'll find exceptional resources, noteworthy tips, community, and relatable stories, no matter what season of life you're in. Take a break, cozy up, hang out with me for a bit, and let's dive in. All right, friends, so do me a favor, screenshot and share on Facebook or Instagram and tag me so that I know that you are tuned in. I would love to say hi and to say thank you. On Instagram, I am Living Well Rounded, and over on Facebook, just search for Living Well Rounded. Sound good? All right. So over the past few years, I have been all about finding ways to maximize my time and energy, especially because I'm a person that lives with a chronic illness on a daily basis, which means that I have to be very mindful of where my time and my attention are placed. I have learned the importance of asking for help, using the resources around me, and working smarter and not harder. So today, I want to pull back the curtains and share the top 5 items that I outsource within my home. So let's get right into it. Number 1, the very first thing that I outsourced about 11 years ago was monthly house cleaning. And to be honest, we probably should up their frequency at this point because I've got more kids since then, we're busier, and again, we are in a pandemic. So the thing with having your house professionally cleaned is that you have professionals seeing things and cleaning things that you would normally not even pay attention to, things that are not on your radar. We have been with the same cleaning company for about 11 years, and they are awesome. The cleaning team, they show up each month, they do a deep cleaning, and they just keep up with the chores and all the things that, again, I wouldn't pay attention to. So cleaning the baseboards, toast ovens, lights, window sills, ceiling fans, they dust, they do all these things, and it helps. It's a nice addition to our everyday upkeep. So on top of the basic items such as toilets, dishes, sweeping, mopping, the professional cleaners, they come in and they help keep our house looking brand new. And if you are looking to outsource cleaning and you don't know where to start, because I know a lot of people are like, there are a lot of options. Here's a trick for you. Poll your family and friends on social media and ask them who they use and start taking suggestions. Get on Yelp, start doing some work there. Figure out if there's someone local who is getting really good reviews and give them a holler. You can also have the cleaning folks come out and provide an estimate once you show them the areas that you would like clean. It is a game changer, and it is something that I highly suggest if you do want to keep your house clean during this pandemic, and also just something that will help you save some time. All right, so number 1 is house cleaning. Number 2 on my list of things to outsource in your home is laundry. And I have spoken about how we are so blessed to have a well-rounded life liaison, aka Kimmy, who works with us within our home a few times a week. And Kimmy literally took a load off, pun intended there. She took a load off with helping with the laundry duties. And by doing this, I have gained back hours of my time. And as you work on your budget in the new year, something I want you to think about, see if you can fit in extra hands to help you with tasks around the home, such as laundry, so you can make more money and spend more time with your folks, your people, your friends, your tribe, your kids, and yourself as well. And this is a topic that I speak candidly about on this show very often. Kimmy has been a guest on this show twice, and we've talked about tips to hire someone similar to the job that she has, and it has been great. So scroll back a few episodes for an in-depth conversation on how and why I hired help within my home above all else. I have other people on my team on the business side, but my very first hire was someone in my home, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Love you, Kimmy, if you are listening. Number 3 is the chores and responsibility that were actually on my husband's plate, my husband's honey-do list back in the day. And so back in the day, every other week or so, my husband would pull out the riding lawnmower, pull out the weed whacker, all of the things to keep our lawn, looking nice, looking good. And it was a lot of work. And so when we moved into our home a few years back, my husband was solely responsible for cutting the grass, pulling the weeds, laying the mulch, and all of the things. And we are not outdoorsy yard people. I know some people find it very therapeutic. They love gardening. They love all that. That is totally not our jam. And so back then we had found that on my husband's off days, he would spend the whole day doing lawn and yard work. And that was not helpful to us because I would look to him to help with other things. But he can't be two places at once. And obviously the grass needed to be cut. You don't want no HOA issues or any of that. And so we had to figure something out. And so our neighbors at the time, they were using a lawn care service that we now have used for years and years and years. And they are very affordable. They do all of the neighbors in our cul-de-sac. So we were able to negotiate a good rate because they were going to be out here anyway, right? And so we hired a company that was very professional, affordable, and it also helped my husband get back hours of his week. And so I can use him in other areas to make sure our house is being kept up and that he can also operate in his zone of genius, which is not lawn or yard work at all. And he can do other things that benefits our family. So it was a win-win across the board. All right. So something that became so very popular during the pandemic was curbside pickup. And if you are like me and you get lost in Target and you put way too many things in the cart, then you should also entertain the idea of curbside pickup or delivery. And so by placing your orders online and just rolling up to the store into those designated spots, you are saving time by staying focused and not wandering aimlessly, going through the aisles. I legit will go up every single aisle just in case I need something. And so you're not doing that anymore, and you're not spending money that you should actually be saving. So consider outsourcing your day-to-day shopping. And you can check out the apps such as Shipt and Instacart and even directly with the stores and let them know that, you have an order, you do it from your phone. It is a game changer as well. A lot of the stores now, have been doing the curbside. They'll put the stuff in your trunk or your passenger seat. It's no contact, and it's great because you're not rolling into the store, buying things you don't need, spending money that we have put elsewhere. And number 5 on my list of things to outsource, last but not least, is my new favorite thing, and that is fresh meal delivery service. And so during Q3, I started to pick up more speaking gigs, thank you, Jesus, and more responsibilities at work. Thus, my time and availability in the kitchen became very limited during that season. So one night I did a Google search and I stumbled across a meal delivery service that I am currently loving. And a few of my family members and the friends, they'll use things like HelloFresh, and I think it was like Blue Apron and some of the other meal kits and whatnot. But I knew for me, I didn't want to have to pull out all the things and cook because I know how to cook. Instead, I actually wanted fresh homemade meals delivered. That's what I was looking for. And so now I use this company. They're called Mighty Meals. They're based here in the DMV. And they allow you to place orders twice a week for delivery in the middle of the week or over the weekend. So up to twice a week, I can order fresh meals that I pre-select from over 100 items, and I have the meals delivered to my doorstep. The meals are affordable. They are so great. And you can also just have it so that your family, they're not eating junk, because that was my other thing. We do not eat out a lot. But I knew that if I wasn't cooking, the only alternative was to eat out, and I didn't want that. So I found a happy medium with Mighty Meals, and a lot of my friends are using them now. They allow you to get some free meals off the jump, and I will link in the show notes. Also on our resources page, there's a link if you are local to the DMV. But I want to encourage you to, again, do a search to see if you have something similar in your area. And so with certain meal delivery services, you can entertain healthy options. Vegetarian, we do a lot of their vegetarian options for my husband, who's vegetarian. And they're also just tasty meals that we get to enjoy. My kids will look and see what the menu items are so that they can pick. So I know they're going to enjoy what I am selecting. I don't have to do all the chopping, cutting, cooking, cleaning when things are busy. So what I'll do is I'll look at my calendar and I'm like, do I need to order Mighty Meals this week, or can I get myself in the kitchen and whip something up? And so that's, a way that I plan and figure out what works for us for each week that is coming up. So check out your local area for those fresh meal delivery options, but see what works for you, see what is affordable, and see what just makes sense for what you got going on. So there you have it. Those are the top 5 things that I have outsourced this year that have helped me reclaim my time and focus a lot more time and attention within my business, and to serve my clients, and to also take care of and love on my family. So cleaning, laundry, lawn, shopping, and meal delivery service. So one of the things I want to leave you with, some homework here, is to do a time audit to determine how much time you spend doing the items that I mentioned above, and if it makes sense to outsource any of the items that I mentioned. Some of us love doing laundry, and if that's your thing, rock with it, roll with it. However, if you're not a person that enjoys cooking and you don't want to have to deal with the cleanup or mess, entertain, some other options there. Everybody's situation is different. So like I said, do a time audit, figure out what you like to do, you don't like to do, what your time sucks are, and plan accordingly. So that is something that is your homework this week. And so for links to some of the resources that I mentioned, to include the Systems for Your Sanity course that I mentioned at the top of the show, head over to jamira.com/resources, and you will find tons of helpful information. A lot of the things that I mentioned will give you free trials. They will give you some free meals. They will give you some discounts. So a lot of my favorite things are over on jamira.com/resources. And details are also over on the podcast's website, livingwellroundedpodcast.com, as well as some show notes. Thank you, friend, for tuning in. This was a quick and to the point episode, something to definitely get your wheels turning as we get into a new year. Be on the lookout for the next episode, which is all about the top 5 things that I have outsourced in my business this year. Another great episode packed with things that I know will make a difference as you continue to grow and work towards living well-rounded. In the meantime, well-rounder, stay safe, stay positive, and focus on what matters most. I will chat with you soon. Bye. Thanks for kicking it with us, Well-Rounder. Share this goodness with your squad and drop us a quick review. Get notified of new episodes by hitting the subscribe button. Until next time, seek a well-rounded life and remember to focus on what matters most.